Today we are listening a story, The Lonely Lady. Tony was living in a colony situated in west part of the country. He was living there with his parents. His parents were working and they used to come home late in the evening. Tony was just 10 years boy. He had two friends, Albert and Thomas, living in his neighborhood. Their parents were also coming late as they were also working. Exactly in front of Tony's house there was a very old house. Its walls and gate were looking very old and never painted. The boundary walls were not much high and the garden inside could be seen by the people going through footpath. The grass was big, never trimmed, and some bushes were there, and one apple tree was there in the middle of the garden. Red, shining, and juicy apples were the big attraction, especially for the three children. Though they belonged to the families of quite good economic conditions, and the fruit baskets were always full of their dining tables, yet the apples were a big attraction for them. But the owner lady was a scary thing for them. She was very old by face but looked very active. Her face was very scary, sharp nose and big eyes were enough to horrify anybody. She was always wearing a black long frock and a long black cap. Her hands always were covered with black gloves. She was all alone, but nobody was her friend. She could rarely be viewed outside the house. Nobody knows how long she has been living there in that house. And the apple tree always full of apples with green. No difference between them, whether it is summer or it is winter. Once the three friends tried to climb the wall, but after hearing the sound of the door, they jumped back and ran back to their houses. It was summer vacation. Tony's friends were not there to play with him as they were at their grandparents' house countryside. Tony had no grandparents, so he had no place to go out in summer vacation. On that afternoon, he was getting bored. Suddenly, he decided to pluck some apples. As nobody was on the road, he locked his house, crossed the road, climbed the wall, jumped inside, easily climbed the tree. He was just about to pluck an apple while he suddenly saw the old lady down, holding the trunk of the tree. Her eyes were just burning with great anger. Tony was trembling with fear, couldn't utter even a single word. Then he lost his senses. When he awoke, his mom and dad were around him. They found him in the bed, suffering from severe fever. Doctor came and gave medicine. Took him 15 days to recover. He then never ever looked towards that house. It was still a suspense for him who the lady is, why she is so lonely, why she is so scary, why the apple tree is always green, and how he found in his bed.